Are we ready for the next sessions? Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the next session, as I said already, we have a very important session. In this session, we have a presentation, Q&A sessions over here. So, feel free to ask any questions related about the particular presentation. And we have someone who can answer the best to you. So, on the note of this, the topic will be how to raise the fund of CSR, the exploring CSR partnership for the MHM promotions, presentations and the Q&A sessions, as I said. And in this, and we have Advocate Vikas Kumar Khera requesting, please put your hand together and let's welcome Ms. Advocate Vikas Kumar Khera, the lead CSR Grant Toronto, Bharat. Please give it a hand, everyone. Requesting, please kindly welcome Mr. Pradeep Chenthilkumar, the Chartered Accountant and Strategic Leadership Advisor. Give it a hand, everyone, once again. And also please welcome Mr. M. Elangovan, Executive Director of Gramalaya. And ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome in this respected session, we're going to answer all the questions. We have an expert person here. Please give it a hand. Let's welcome Padma Shri Awardee, Mr. S. Damodaran, sir, the Chief Patron, Founder and CEO of Gramalaya. Okay, we have all the panelists and we're going to start with Advocate Vikas Kumar Khera and he has to give any presentation. I'll be here throughout the session. Please feel free to ask the question. We're going to have the chit chat. And it's very good if you have any questions, please put up that question all along. We have experts here. Requesting, please, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Vikas and Mr. Pradeep sir for the intro. In fact, if you ask a question, I am an individual, I am a social entrepreneur, I am dedicated my life in social service. Can I get the CSR fund? The answer is no, sir. Maybe you are a successful entrepreneur, successful social worker, committed person, but you need to come under the criteria of getting a CSR fund. At least the legal entities you have. Either you should be a registered society or a registered trust or a Section 8 company having ATG, 12A, CSR registration plus Darpan registration. Sometimes the due diligence formats are asking so many questions about your legal entity and legal compliances and other statutory requirements. They will ask several questions. It may run into 5 to 10 pages. You need to fulfill all the criteria in the due diligence form. 3 years audit statement, past to previous years CSR donors, then legal compliance with income tax, ITR filing, CSR, all these activities, questions should be addressed. And they should satisfy on all your past track record. Then legal complaints, whether it is all fulfilled or not. Then they will look into your objective, the broad 5 areas of intervention, the thematic intervention. So all these things will be looked into these aspects before you get a CSR fund. It is very tough to get a CSR fund, even if you have a registered entity, unless and until you follow all the legal compliances, having good track record, then past previous projects successfully implemented, good audit statement. Even our accounts are audited by Grant Thornton. A Grant Thornton team, people will come and every year and they audit our accounts. Then several other leading firms, international known firms, what is the other, EY, Pricewaterhouse, all were our auditors who audit our accounts every year. The donors, the CSR corporate used to send every year as a part of corporate social responsibility. They want to vouch whether these funds are being utilized for the purpose for which it was granted and whether it has created an impact among the communities themselves. So these are all, they will look into their parameters. And after funding also, after 6 months, the corporates send their auditors, also the field review, desk review as well as field review of our works. So these are all we need to fulfill. And Elango, our executive director at Gramalaya, is following all these now. And several times he was asked several questions again and again, queries on the formats and fulfilling the criteria. And sometimes I used to tell Elango, no, Elango, just leave it. We'll go for another one. No, Elango, take the responsibility of fulfilling all the queries from the corporates. Then only we could able to get the funds. So you make yourself more robust organization like all these registered entity. That is most important. We cannot get as an individual or social entrepreneur CSR funds. Frank, is it correct, sir? Yeah. So these are all our humble, and any questions regarding that, you can ask, pose a questions to our Elango. Thank you, because it's such a wonderful Gudiya song. I really enjoyed. Thanks.
Anyone else? We have a respected person, Mr. Pradeep Senthil, the chartered accountant. If you have any question about how to raise the funds, please feel free to ask. Anyone?
So I think I would like to raise some question to the audience. First, congratulations to the MHM 5th Annual Summit. Congratulations, Dr. Padma Shri Damodaran sir and his team Gramalaya, and all the governmental and non-governmental partners for a fabulous summit, as well as all of the participants. I think it's a from morning we've been talking about breaking the taboo, talking more on this and moving forward. So congratulations for all of you to come here to Delhi and attend this summit. So I would like to ask you first a question. How many of you are representing companies who are providing funding, and how many of you are the implementing agencies here? So the first, companies representative. How many of you are company representatives? Show of hands. Just to understand how many of you are representing companies who provide funds. Okay. How many of you are implementing agencies which are public trust? Most of them are there. So the whole concept of why I asked this question is, there are two forms to file for applying for CSR. One is CSR 1, which is for implementing agencies which file to get funds. So you need to apply, and first you need to be a Section 8 company or a public trust or a society, and you should have 12A and 80G registration. You also need to register under Niti Aayog for Darpan, and then you apply for CSR Fund 1 form in MCA website, so that you can start raising funds. So how long is valid? It is valid for 3 years. So every 3 years you need to renew that CSR 1. And for the company, it is CSR 2, which they will provide it along with their annual return, which is AOC 4. Along with that, they will file for what is the amount of money which is being spent for CSR and so on. So this is a very broad outlook of how to look at CSR and the registration. And anytime you raise funds, first before raising fund, you need to register for CSR 1, and then you get the money, and then you should also have designated bank accounts. Can you have general compliance for maintaining this? Is you can't use it along with, if it's a specific project, you need to spend it for the specific project as per Schedule 7 of the Act. Or if it's in other projects, you need to spend within 6 months. If it's specific ongoing projects, you can spend within 3 years. And if it's not spent, you should transfer to unspent account, and provided it's been spent for Schedule 7 again. So that's a very macro structure on how you should look at your accounts, how you should register, maintain your accounts, as well as show that transparency of the expenditure and carrying forward the other balances. Yes.
Great. Okay, we have all the panelists, and we're going to start with Advocate Vikas Kumar Khera, and he has to give any presentation. I'll be here throughout the session. Please feel free to ask the question. We're going to have the chit chat, and it's very good if you have any questions, please put up that question all along. We have experts here. Requesting, please, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. It's 5. I thought I mentioned in my speech good afternoon because it was around 3:45, but it's already 5. And after a lovely session with all of you, and since morning we have been listening about the WASH, we have been listening about the MHM. Most of the points has been already cleared. I'll start with a small introduction and then I'll come to the CSR related queries from a lot of the people. I am Vikas Kumar Khera from Thornton, Bharat. I lead the CSR and focus areas are education, livelihood, health and environment. And there are a lot of initiatives which we have been doing in health, but not started till with regards to the menstrual hygiene. So it's a great platform where you can also pitch that idea to me after this session, and I can also let you know how you can tweak some of the ideas which can align with the organization policy, focus areas, as well as with the sustainable report which we generally publish. But before going ahead, since morning we have been listening a lot of the other speakers, I request all of you just spend 5-10 seconds. You just need to leave your phone, stand up for 5 seconds, and then we'll start with a small activity. Please. Thank you. Yes. Phone chhod sakte hain. I think we have a video and photography person. Yes. So first listen, then we can start the activity. What do you have to do? You have to close your eyes. Think that you are a hero and heroine who have come a long way, and imagine that you have already created a lot of change and going to impact this entire universe. 10 seconds, count on your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can close your eyes. Can we start? आवाज नहीं आ रही है. चाय अच्छी थी ना? तो एक बारी. Can we start now? Everyone sitting behind, can we start now? चलिए, start. 1. Yes, close your eyes. I think 10 seconds has been over now. Thank you. I hope all of you have felt that you have already come a long way, and definitely you are a hero and heroine. So big round of applause for all of you. पीछे से आवाज कम आती है, एक बारी पीछे से भी तालियां बजनी चाहिए. Thank you. Okay. Since most of the people said कि आप advocate हो और CSR में क्या कर रहे हो, so I've felt a lot of challenges on ground while working with the social sector. It's been many years, it's been almost 17 years. I think many of the places in rural areas and some of the urban or some of the slums or in different communities, different districts, different states, almost 24 states, with all the departments, education, women and child health development departments and the other departments. I faced a lot of challenges on ground, then I decided to pursue my law, left my job for some time and become an advocate also. But still I am doing a CSR in GT Bharat, Thornton, Bharat. And we are here to share some of the CSR related queries which people generally have, that how they can get the fundings, how they can enroll themselves into one of the corporate CSRs. So can we please, pointers is here. Yes. Section, driving change through menstrual hygiene and wash initiatives. Yes. So the first slide I'll quickly share because with the interest of time, many other speakers are about to speak. The first is what is CSR eligibility criteria. This is for the corporates. You can take the picture and you can get the slide after this session also. The Companies Act 2013, Section 135, net worth of 500 crore or turnover 1000 crore or net profit of 5 CR. A minimum of 2% of the profit, and that can be more than that depending on the profit and the company's policy and then their area of interest. Next is the CSR priority areas as per the Schedule 7, which is in the Company Act. Environment and sustainability, promotion and education, gender equality and women empowerment. Health and sanitation, rural development, national heritage. There are many other subdomains and other focus areas under this, but these are the broader picture of the areas which generally CSR people would love to work along. So this is various SDGs mapped under those, the previous slide which I was talking about, wait, sorry. It's not working, wait. Now it's working, yes. Yeah, it's working. Yes, this is the another slide which was talking about the various SDGs which were mapped to the Schedule 7 activities of the Companies Act. Previously when I was talking about the broader initiatives. These are the SDGs which you can work on, think of, to pitch the idea to some of the CSRs. Next is, again. Yeah. So modes of the implementation, the first is implemented by the company itself. There are a lot of corporates who has their own foundation. Reliance, Piramal, and the other, I will not should name, but they do it for themselves. They have their own foundation. The another one is implementing through the eligible implementing agencies, such as non-profit, non-government, and the company, Section 8 companies. The last one is implementation with the collaboration with one and more companies, which is, let's 2 CSR or 3 CSR do the blended finance, pull their fund at a one place, and do the CSR for the sustainability of the project. Let's say you come to us and ask, we have a project and the budget of the project is 1 CR, we have 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs. We can also connect with some of the other CSR, pull that fund, work along, and I think that will be more sustainable for the next 3 years or the 5 years. That's another one. Yes, the CSR implementing agency selection criteria, though there are many, but the most important are the first one, which talks about the CSR form 1, 12A ATG. Most of the organizations generally prefer this. If you don't have, I think it is difficult to get the CSR. It's impossible because that is the compulsory. Demonstrated experience in the relevant thematic areas, which I've also heard from a lot of the people that we have been working into this sector, let's say in health sector, from last 10 years, but still we are not getting the funds. I have attended many CSR summits and also discussed with the many other experts and the speakers. They keep saying the person who's already done MBBS, doctorate, or something else in the health domain, also running an NGO, have the expertise, passion. I might be differ from your thought maybe, but just sharing their experience and thoughts, that they prefer those people, those have a passion, experience, expertise, something related to the education or related to the area of you have been working. So please bring more people in your team who has the expertise. If you have the expertise, that's a wonderful part. And bring more experience and align with that specific focus areas which generally CSR prefer. The most important, which I've recently shared in one of the CSR summit, is you can also tweak the idea. Whenever organization comes to CSR, they share their area of interest because they have a personal connect with that idea. And we have been keep working on that idea from last 10 years. So that's why sometimes we don't want to change. So most of the CSR, when they give the funds, they prefer, if they are giving you the funds, then you should change the idea. But nobody wants. Then we can tweak the idea. Let's say if you're working on the menstrual hygiene, I have heard it many times, कि organization plantation करती हैं तो website पे दिखा पाती हैं, but menstrual hygiene पे कुछ awareness करती हैं, या फिर आप कहीं पे sanitary napkin distribution करते हैं, तो शायद कुछ organization उसे अपने web page पे नहीं दिखा पाती. तो I think वो taboo और stigma ना अभी तक सिर्फ community level पे नहीं है, वो top level पे भी बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो उसे कम करने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? तो I think there are a lot of other questions. मुझे लगता है शायद during the evening snacks or maybe after this session I can also ask from you to learn more about it. Since we have not started working on the menstrual hygiene till now, but I have been associated with many other organizations. One is Vastalya Foundation, Swati Badekar ma'am was here since morning. And I also participated in some of the activity with Titli Foundation. Alankrita was here. So I think some of the activities in which I have participated myself and realized that I am the only guy in my organization जहाँ पे सभी female colleagues are very open, feeling comfortable, talking to me about their menstrual hygiene, talking to me about their periods, talking to me about their PCODs and the other emotional and well-being issues. So I think I also felt that I'm fortunate enough to be in that level जहाँ पे मैं लोगों को शायद aware कर पा रहा हूँ, उतना comfort zone create कर पा रहा हूँ. Now I'm also trying my best to create that comfort zone for all my partners and the directors in the organization, ताकि वो लोग इस चीज़ को स्टिग्मा ना समझें, वो लोग इस चीज़ को एक टैबू की तरह ना लें. आज भी अगर आप पीछे के स्टॉल्स पे जाएंगे, इफ़ अ मैन इज स्टैंडिंग अलॉन्ग विद द वन वुमेन, तो वहाँ पे अगर कोई बात कर रहे होंगे तो वो वुमेन से जब बात करेंगे तो दे विल से कि दिस इज समथिंग पर्सनल व्हेन दे टॉक अबाउट दी पीरियड्स, व्हेन दे टॉक अबाउट दी दे वाज सेइंग सिंस मॉर्निंग कि ये सिर्फ स्पेसिफिक आपको पीरियड्स कब आते हैं, व्हेन दे कीप टॉकिंग अबाउट, क्योंकि साथ में एक मैन खड़ा हुआ है. तो जब यहाँ पे वो स्टिग्मा अभी भी है तो वो बाहर कैसे कम होगा. तो हमें ना उस चीज़ को थोड़ा कम करने की ज़्यादा आवश्यकता है कि हम जब पेड़ लगा सकते हैं तो आई थिंक हम दिन रात बात भी कर सकते हैं। मैं अपनी मदर के साथ, अपनी सिस्टर के साथ इन सब चीज़ों पे बचपन से देखता आ रहा हूँ। व्हेन आई गो टू द केमिस्ट एंड आस्क देम टू गिव मी अ सैनिटरी नैपकिन, तो मैं कभी उसको कवर करके नहीं लाता हूँ। लॉट ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स बुलिंग मी, यार ये क्या करते हो तुम। So I think that's how I am trying to create that awareness in that chemist shop also, कि this is not something which needs to hide. This is kind of other things, जैसे आप दुकान पे जाके grocery लेते हो, medicine लेते हो, other products लेते हो. Sanitary napkin is something just to secure and to protect some from the other diseases. तो इसलिए लोग use करते हैं और उसको easily जाके buy किया जा सकता है. तो this is what I would like to say over here with regards to the implementation selection criteria which I have already mentioned. The most important, please try tweaking the idea sometime. Stick to your idea, but if something needs to add with it to get the fundings, because a lot of the people are struggling to get the funding to sustain their project. एक साल project चलता है, अगले साल जब behavioral change होता है, पैसा खत्म हो जाता है, and that is most important part. So I request please focus on that, or else you can collaborate with another NGO who's working on the livelihood of the women. आप हेल्थ पे काम कर रहे हैं, देयर लाइवलीहुड पे काम कर रहे हैं, वर्क टुगेदर, गेट द फंडिंग एंड सस्टेन द प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, आगे चलते हैं. So this is the Grand Thornton CSR focus areas which I have already shared in the beginning. The save life, education, sustain and livelihood, which I have shared. Education, livelihood, health and environment पे हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. You can get this slide after this session. CSR role in strengthening menstrual hygiene management. Most of the ideas on which we have already discussed since morning. If any question regarding this, I would love to answer. Menstrual hygiene awareness, sanitary napkins, and I also invite each one of you in GT CSR Grand Thornton, if you have anything with regards to our internal volunteers in the organization to create awareness, the great way to build a partnership also. Come to us. We will organize a kind of a session in the organization. It will build your credibility, and I think later we can also pitch the idea to the organization, to me as well. Yes. Next is wash. We have also discussed about the wash. Structure, construct the toilet, install the RO water. We have also installed the RO water in one of the organization previous year. Upgrade the school wash facilities. The most important, I think, since morning, जब मैं भी अलग अलग सेशंस में जाके सुनता हूँ तो मुझे कुछ टाइम के बाद डिस्कनेक्ट फील होता है, बिकॉज आई ऑल्सो फील लिटिल टायर्ड, तो चाय की ज़रूरत होती है. बट आई फील कि इन सब के बीच में द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज़ द मोर कनेक्ट विद दैट आइडिया जिसमें हम सब काम कर रहे हैं. व्हेन वी क्लोज आवर आइज एंड वी रियलाइज वी ऑल आर हीरो एंड हीरोइन हु हैज़ कम अ लॉन्ग वे. तो आई थिंक जब हम यहाँ तक आ ही गए तो आई थिंक वाई टू स्टॉप जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ अ स्मॉल फंडिंग. एंड आई कीप बिलीविंग इन मैनिफेस्टेशन. आई बिलीव कि ये तो हो ही सकता है, कुछ मुश्किल नहीं है. तो आई थिंक जस्ट ट्वीक द आइडिया, believe in yourself, and you will find that you will be doing wonders with a lot of great funding from the CSR and the other social initiatives. That's it. Thank you very, very much. And the last, so that's the LinkedIn link of mine, and the second one is the FAQs link from the government website. You can also, once you get the PPT, you can also go to that link and get all the frequently asked questions with regards to the CSR. एक छोटा सा 2 लाइनों का गाना लिखा है, एक विमेन के ऊपर ही लिखा है, तो मैं सुनाना चाहूँगा क्योंकि कविता तो नहीं लिख पाया. We have time for 2 minutes, है ना? So just one line and disclaimer. This is a girl of 12 years in rural village of Rajasthan. She got dropped out and got married in the age of 12 because of the child marriage in Rajasthan in one of the village. And I tried to save a lot of things over there, but unfortunately I was unable. Still trying. And it's a very emotional song. Her name is Gudiya. Gudiya, 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 काहे मैं सबकी मानूं, काहे खुद को ना जानूं मेरी माँ, मुझे ये बतला जा मारा जीवन क्यों आधा. गुड़िया 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 गुड़िया, चूड़ी ना कंगन चाहूं मेरी माँ, ना मैं ब्यावना चाहूं थोड़ा, मैं उड़ना चाहूं थोड़ा, मैं पढ़ना चाहूं हो गुड़िया. Come on everybody, sing with me. गुड़िया 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 हो. Thank you.
Everyone, please give it a hand once again. Now we can say we have a talented people on the panel right now. You can sing well, you can do the great, insightful presentation. And of course, it's time for the Q&A. So, is there anyone have any question particularly? Koi sawal? Please raise your hand if you have. Feel free to ask. We have a respected people from the particular category, or they can help you and they can answer you the best. Is there anyone? Yes, please. There.
Even though I know Vikas personally, I just want him to answer one question because I think it will help a lot of people here. I want to ask you, what do you think an NGO that has just started should focus on that would help them in sustaining for a longer period of time when it comes to acquiring CSR fundings? So an NGO, and I'm very sure that I met a lot of people here who have just started the work. So if you can answer it in simpler terms or just a gist of it.
Very wonderful question by Alankrita. Thank you. So I feel most of the organization when they started, I think sometime we started with a small hobby or a passion, or when we see others are doing well, I think we try implementing the similar ideas. And sometime we realize this is the idea on which most of the people are getting fund. Like most of my friends are asking, can we start the organization focused on the education? They don't have the background of the education. They are not too interested focusing on the education. What will they do if they will get the fundings? The most important, your passion, your experience, your expertise, and the environment and the kind of team you have with regards to these certain domains. To start with the passion, idea on which you would love to work. I always wanted to work on the livelihood because that generates a self-sustainable model for the people. Let's say if I get the funding today, tomorrow if I'll not get the funding, but I have already taught somebody how to catch a fish rather than giving them a fish, I think they will be more sustainable model to get the fundings. So I request each of you, by answering to Alankrita's question, initially start focusing on that idea you would love to work. And also, when you pitch the idea to all the CSR spokes who comes to these events, most of the people suddenly start pitching the idea without reading the organizational focus areas on the website. So sometimes the focus areas are something different and you're putting a lot of effort, sharing the email, planning the meeting, and that is not aligned. So I request, please be with that idea. And since I keep mentioning, tweaking idea is always the best solution. Don't leave your idea, but add something with it. If you're working on the menstrual hygiene, organization are not aligned with their policy or their commitments, if they are aligned with the education, that you are creating the documents to create that awareness in the school areas, along with distributing these pads. I think that is going to work like wonders. Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone who have any question? Perfect. Please.
Hello sir, hi, my name is Varuni and I have just started my organization. It's called RAHI, Rehabilitation and Health Inclusion Initiative. So it's a very young organization, but speaking for myself, I have my experience in working in disability. So when I go to a funder, obviously I cannot, my organization does not have any experience, but I do, right? So is there a way that can, make the funder trust you, okay, I can give the money to this person? So that was my question. I mean, how do I pitch it? How do I raise funds?
एक थोड़ी सी आवाज़ आपकी कम थी, बट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड कि
Oh,
आपकी
sorry.
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं है और आप फंड रेज करना चाह रहे हैं. इज इट राइट?
Yes,
और
yes.
समथिंग विच आई मिस्ड, प्लीज आस्क अगेन.
No, 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 it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since
And
I think-
also, it's a Section 8 company.
थोड़ा सा loud बोलना.
It's a Section 8 company.
Okay.
So, does that create any hurdles as well? Because I've heard from a lot of people that Section 8 hai, oh, it will create some, because there's a lot of documentation involved in that also. So, I'm being very straightforward and honest here. So, I would need to know, is that a problem? Not a problem, but would that create hurdles in you know, the growth of my organization?
Okay.
Yeah.
With regards to the Section 8 companies, there are many organizations, because that's the organization which can also work for the profit. Am I right? I think you can also add some of the other points with, you know, because non-profit generally work for society. Section 8 companies also work for the society for the social initiatives, but that's the organization that can also make profit and sustain their products. So they can also become a vendor of some organization providing them, let's say, menstrual cups or maybe the sanitary napkins or something which they are producing, or some services or some ideas. Second, with regards to the funding, the mostly CSR prefer the person or the organization should have the 12A, ATG and CSR1. If you have that, you can apply for the funding. It has to be, even if you are a very new, most of the organization, so I am giving you the surety, I am giving the opportunity, even if you have been working from last 2 years, 1 year, because most of the organization prefer 3 years, 5 years and
Yeah,
all
that-
those certification. Certification definitely we required, but if it's something related to our vision, our focus areas, please pitch that idea to us. I'll try my best to represent your idea to my committee and my council. I think that is going to work a lot. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I just would like to add one thing with
Yeah, sure.
the same. So it takes a lot of courage to pitch that idea to some CSR. And for us as a CSR lead or a CSR manager, it also takes a lot of courage to pitch that idea to our council, because they keep rejecting the ideas. Thousands of the proposal comes every month. We try analyzing, reviewing those proposals and pitching some of the ideas to our council when we have the buy-in on that project. So I prefer whenever you pitch that idea, because most of the organization which I find, we worked with them for 1 year and the next year they're not able to sustain because of some of the reporting structure was not right, the data was not correct. So if really want to connect with the organization for the longer period, we keep talking about the sustainability, and even we are not able to sustain with those projects. What is the point of talking about the sustainability? So I request share the fact, share the exact figures, share the exact data, because before the funding happens, most of the organization commit that we will be able to provide you monthly data or the weekly or the quarterly or 6 month or 1 year. But when I worked with some of the organization, not naming here, but I had some of the bad experiences with some of the organization, and I'm not continuing with them for the next year. But I prefer working with those organizations, and I would love to support for the next 5, 10 or 20 years, because it is also easy for me not to review for the new proposals. I think trusting them, they have already built a lot of credibility. We have to give an account of each penny in the organization. It's not easy to give you funds of like 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs. But when the council asks, why you have given to this, why you choose this organization, so we have to also, we are answerable to them. So please be loyal with those ideas, facts, data, and the figures which you are providing, and committed to what you have committed in the MOU or before the getting the fundings. I personally prefer whenever we do the MOU, I personally visit the organization and their operations on ground. So if there will be any opportunity, I would love to visit, understand, and then I will have a more buy-in in that, which I can represent to my committee and my council. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We have a question.
Yeah, hello everyone. And my question to Mr. Vikas. Actually, I am Shikhar from Success Industries, Chennai, and I've been doing research in machinery manufacturing from last 3 years. So we have invented a machine which we don't have to depend on China anymore, and it is a very cost-effective machine. Along with that, we have invented the compostable napkin, which is certified by CIPET. So these 3 years, we were not coming out without completing it concretely. Now we are ready with everything. Like, we have from semi-automatic version to the fully automatic version with trifold and anion chip attachment, along, and this machine is mainly for, we have reduced the power to 1/3, and the cost of the napkin has been reduced to around 20 to 25% comparatively in the market. And we have used some new technology like loose cotton technology in this. So basically it is to reduce the cost of the napkin. So we are more keen to promote the compostable napkin coming forward. So we are 3.5 years old company right now, and what should I do to get the CSR funds from here, and how to approach, how to shape up our project reports and everything from the basics, what we have to do? This is my question.
आप बैठ सकते हैं.
Thank you.
तो जैसे कि हमने पिछली स्लाइड में डिस्कशन किया था, and sir has also mentioned that the one is it has to be Section 8 Trust or the Society Act registered organization. If it is a profitable organization which doesn't come under all these three categories, I think it is difficult because the organization generally asks for the 12A and 8AG. So if you have that, definitely you will get the funding. Also, as I've mentioned, it has to be aligned with the organizational focus areas. As I've mentioned, we have certain focus areas. I met one of the guy, he has the focus area. He said that I want to work for the gig workers. I want to work for some of the restaurant workers for their emotional and well-being, because they work for almost 18 hours every day. Some of the people are working on the drivers because they work more than 24 hours every day. They are unable to sleep. So I think the idea has to be aligned with the organizational focus areas first. You can pitch that idea by connecting people over these summits on the LinkedIn, connect with somebody, get the email, share that concept note with them, and also if you have the number, you can connect with them, and then set up a meeting in Teams or Zoom, and then you can have a meeting in face-to-face. And I think sometimes you have to knock the door again and again. It's not something that you are just knocking the door this year and not getting the funds, and you started convincing to some others. Convince others also. Pitch ideas up to others also. But don't leave that one door which you have knocked earlier. Try knocking next year, try knocking next year. Sometime it happens after 3 years. So you will definitely get the funding. And if not, I'm happy to help.
Great. You have a question? Please.
Yeah, I have no question, but just for adding Mr. Vikas ji and Pradeep ji ki, so जो भी है point है उसमें थोड़ा सा मैं भी थोड़ा पूछना चाहता हूँ, कहना भी चाहता हूँ. Actually यहाँ पर कई young है, youth है, very enthusiastic social entrepreneurs are here. उनके लिए एक confidence build up करना चाहिए. इसी तरह के social worker we need for our future constructions and sustainability. जो भी है यहाँ पर है, वो काम तो अच्छा काम करने के लिए विचार है उनके पास, लेकिन जो क्रेडिबिलिटी है 3 साल है 5 साल है वो नहीं हो पाएगा. इसके वजह से जो सोचा है वो कर नहीं पाते. लेकिन मैं एक बात कहता हूँ आपको, आप लोग के लिए, अगर आपको इसी फील्ड में सर्वाइव होना हो, पहले आपको सबसे पहले एक स्ट्रांग डिटर्मिनेशन होना चाहिए. यस, मैं इसी थीम पे इसी काम के लिए, मैं सोसाइटी के लिए, देश के लिए मैं काम करना चाहता हूँ. पहले ये डिसाइड करो. फिर दूसरा है, आप सर्वाइव करना चाहते तो आप सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए आपके पास इनोवेशन होना चाहिए. जो हर लोग काम करें वही तरह का आप भी करते हैं ना, फिर सर्वाइव हो नहीं सकता. यू हैव टू ब्रिंग समथिंग यूनिक and innovative ideas and concept, then definitely अगर 2 साल भी हो या 3 साल भी हो, definitely your concept अगर innovative है, sustainability है, अगर सबको अगर पता हो गया तो definitely even without all that criteria also you will get some chances. So इसलिए you people think about innovation, something new, how to solve the problem of the society. ये बात के लिए आप ध्यान रखिए, आप जरूर सक्सेस हो गए. दूसरी बात सर, हर CSR फंड मेजर NGOs, मेजर प्लेयर है, वो अपने अपने लेते हैं. बाकी छोटा मोटा NGOs जो भी काम करना चाहते हैं उनको मिल नहीं पाता है, एक्सेस भी नहीं कर पाते हैं. Actually we need a transparent system for CSR funding allocation. We need our own common authority so that whoever apply, there is a centralized team for assessing and scrutinizing based on the performance or based on the ideas, based on the confidence, based on the determinations they have. So based on that major product, अगर suppose 10 crore चाहिए, उसके allocation different company वो बुला लिए. फिर middle class something 1 crore or below something, then lakhs. इसी तरह के we need a common transparent system के लिए एक authority होना चाहिए. That's my ये फोरम पॉलिसी चेंजेस के लिए थोड़ा सा रिकमेंड करें, सजेस्ट करें, ताकि यंगस्टर भी है जो आजकल तो काम करना चाहते सोसाइटी के लिए, वो करने के लिए थोड़ा मौका मिल जाएगा. थैंक यू फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड थैंक यू फॉर पद्मश्री दामोदरन जी, ग्रामालया इंस्टीट्यूशंस. Really congratulations to all the team members who work hard to make this event very grand and success in Delhi. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I think we have got a lot more questions and a lot more answers. If you have any further questions, they are all around with you. You can ask freely. But now it's time, I think we have to give the memento and Angvastram to all the panelists over here. Requesting to the Gramalaya team, kindly be on stage and please give to the memento and Angvastram. And later on, we have a very special session. Then you have been waiting for since the particular thing. It's a moment, the time is here. Requesting once again to the Gramalaya team, please kindly be on stage to present the memento. Requesting please start with Advocate Vikas Kumar Khera, leads CSR, Grant on Bharat. Give it a hand, everyone. What a wonderful session was. Now, please give the memento to the Mr. Pradeep Chenthilkumar, the Chartered Accountant and Strategic Leadership Advisor. Give it a hand once again. And now please proceed for our next panelist, Mr. M. Elangovan, Executive Director of Gramalaya.